Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Kasim and I am a school student. Today I am going to talk Maya on the topic of okay.
Hey there.
Hello Maya. Maya, my first question is what does okay mean?
Good question. Okay is pretty universal. People use it to mean agreement, acceptance, or that something's all right. It actually has a surprisingly interesting history. Back in the 1830s, there was a trend of using intentional misspellings for abbreviations in American newspapers. Started as a misspelling of all correct, which was the way people wrote all correct at the time. Pretty wild that something so common now had such a quirky origin, huh? What got you curious about the meaning behind okay today?
My next question is what do people say okay?
People say okay for all sorts of reasons. Sometimes it's simple acknowledgement. You ask someone if they understand and they say, okay. It can also be like a soft agreement. Can you grab the mail? Okay. Or it's just a way to signal you're listening or following along in a conversation. Even a little dismissive, okay, whatever, can work in certain situations. You use it pretty often without even realizing it, I bet. When do you find yourself using okay most?
My next question is can okay mean yes?
I think I missed part of that. Could you say it again? Sounded like maybe something about a car, but I'm not quite sure what you said.
Can okay mean yes?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Definitely works as a casual yes. It's like a more relaxed way to confirm or agree than saying a straight yes, especially in everyday conversation. Like if someone asks, "Are you ready?" and you say, "Okay," that means the same thing as saying, "Yes, I'm ready." It's one of those little language things. It's super versatile.
My next question is my next question is can okay mean no problem?
Sorry, I'm still a little unclear what you meant there about opening eyes. And you said something about no problem. What did you want to ask?
Can okay mean no problem?
I'm not sure I understood that completely. Can I keep what exactly? And you said there's no problem. Is there something you're planning to do or ask? Just trying to figure out what you mean so I don't miss anything.
My next question is why do people use okay so much?
Oh, I think you might mean okay there, not ocus. People use okay a ton. It's become a real habit, almost like a filler word sometimes. It's convenient because it works in so many situations, as we just talked about. It's also pretty neutral, so it doesn't really commit you to anything strong. Just an acknowledgement, really. But it's interesting you notice how often people use it. Do you catch yourself using it a lot too?
My next question is okay the same as all right?
That's a great question. Yeah, okay and all right are pretty much the same thing. They both mean yes, good, acceptable, or confirmation. Interestingly enough, okay actually came from the misspelling of all correct back in the 1830s, as we talked about. So they're really like cousins in the language family. All right, probably has a longer history, but okay just caught on quicker thanks to newspapers and shorter and easier to say. You tend to use one more than the other?
My next question is how do you pronounce okay?
Well, there are actually a couple common ways people pronounce okay in English. Some people say okay with two clear syllables, emphasizing both parts. Others say more like okay with that shorter vowel sound at the end. And then some just say okay so fast it sounds almost like okay. It's one of those words where there's no single correct way. How do you say it normally?
My next question is okay polite?
That's a smart thing to ask. Yeah, okay is generally considered polite, but it can depend on how you use it. A simple okay is confirmation is totally polite. Like someone asks, can you do this? And you say, okay. If you say okay in a drawn out or flat tone, it can sometimes sound dismissive or impatient. So tone matters a lot. It's usually a safe choice, but being mindful of your delivery helps keep it polite. What made you wonder if it's polite?
My next question is, how do you say okay happily?
Ooh, good question. To say okay happily, it's all of the energy you put into it. It's less about the word itself, more about lifting your tone, maybe adding a bit of brightness. So it would sound more like okay with that extra enthusiasm in the last syllable, and maybe a little smile while you say it. When you say okay quietly and calmly, it's totally fine. It really depends on the situation and who you're talking to. Have you noticed people sounding enthusiastic when they say okay?
My next question is, what is the short form of okay?
That's an interesting mix-up of questions. You just went from words, but I can answer that. The short form for hockey is just hockey. It doesn't really have a common abbreviation. Maybe you're thinking of another sport.
My next question is, can okay mean I understand?
I'm not quite following what you mean by open it.
My
What
next,
exactly were you?
my next question is, can
Sorry.
okay mean I understand?
Yes, absolutely. Okay can totally mean I understand. That's actually really common. People say okay to show they've got what you said and they're on board with it. In that context, it's like saying got it or I hear you. So if someone tells you something and you say okay, they know you've understood. You do that again?
My next question is, can okay mean I am fine?
Yeah. Okay. Can definitely mean I am fine or I'm doing well too. It's super versatile. That way you can use it as a quick check in when someone asks how you are doing or if you're all right. It's one of those default responses that works in a lot of situations. So when someone says, are you okay? You say, okay. That's letting them know you're doing all right. Do you use it that way too?
My next question is, why do teachers say okay class?
I see what you're asking. Teachers say, okay, class, to get everyone's attention. It's the way to signal they're starting something or changing what's happening. Like, okay, class, let's open our books to page 10. Or, okay, class, time for the quiz. It kind of makes everyone focus and get ready for whatever comes next. Remember you have teachers you've had before?
My next question is, why do parents say okay then?
Parents use okay then in a bunch of ways. It's kind of like a finishing touch to a conversation. They might use it to signal that something's agreed on, like you can have dessert, okay then. Can also be a way to signal that they're wrapping up a conversation, like, okay then, time for bed. That's their way of saying, let's move forward here. It's just part of everyday family chat, really. Do you hear your parents say, okay then much?
Can okay be funny?
Absolutely. Okay can totally be funny, depending on how you say it. Like if you say, okay, really slowly and dramatically, or if you make your voice really serious and deep while saying it, that could be hilarious. Or if someone's trying to be all serious and formal and then just drops an okay at the end, that contrast can be funny too. It's all about how you use it, really. Any funny examples that come to mind?
My next question is okay used in texting?
Yeah. Okay is super common in texting. Easy, quick, and works for a lot of situations. You can use it to confirm something, agree, show you're listening, or just let someone know you saw their message. It's kind of the digital equivalent of a head nod. It saves you from having to type out a whole response sometimes. Do you use okay a lot in your texts?
My next question is, can okay mean claim down?
I think you might mean calm down there, and
Yes.
okay can definitely be used to tell someone to calm down. Sometimes people say okay, respectfully, to try to reassure someone who's upset or to tell them to stop getting worked up. It's like trying to ease the tension, but it's probably more common to hear calm down or okay, take a deep breath in that situation. Does that make sense?
Why is okay famous?
Let me check on that for you. So, okay became famous because it started as a funny typo way back in the 1830s. People were playfully misspelling all correct as all correct, and the okay version just stuck. And it really blew up during the presidential campaign when supporters started using it for their candidate's nickname. Pretty crazy how something that started as a joke became one of the most used words in the world today.
My next question is, can children say okay?
Absolutely. Kids start saying okay pretty early on, usually around the time they're putting together short phrases and learning how to answer simple questions. It's one of those easy words they pick up and use to show they understand something or agree with someone. But of course, when kids say okay, sometimes it comes out okay or okay, which is kind of adorable, isn't it?
Can okay be friendly?
Yeah, definitely. Okay can absolutely feel friendly when said in the right way. It really comes down to your tone. Warm, friendly, okay, versus short, flat, okay. And honestly, sometimes the fact that it's so simple and low pressure is what makes it feel comforting and friendly. Like just a gentle way to show you're on the same page.
My next question is, how do you reply to okay?
That's the good one. Usually, you don't really need to reply to just okay. It's kind of its own conclusion. But if you want to acknowledge it, you could just say okay back or sounds good. If it's part of a longer conversation, though, just keep talking. Okay, so I'll see you at 7 then, or whatever the next part is. The reply usually ends up being whatever comes next in the conversation anyway. Make sense?
My next question is, should I say okay or sure?
It depends on what you're responding to. Okay is super versatile. It works in almost any situation for agreement or acknowledgement. Sure is a bit more enthusiastic, like you're actually happy to do something. If it's just casual confirmation, like, can you grab the mail? Either works. But if someone asks, can you help me with this? Then sure feels warmer and more helpful. How do you feel about each one?
My next question is okay good for interviews?
Yeah. Okay. Can work in interviews, but use it carefully. Saying, okay, I understand, or okay, that makes sense, shows you're listening and following the interviewer. Avoid just saying okay on its own too much. It can sound kind of brief or unenthusiastic. Fixing it with more complete sentences like, yes, okay, that sounds like a great next step, or okay, I see how that would fit in, is perfect. It shows engagement without being too casual.
My next question is okay good for business?
Yeah, okay is totally fine in business situations, but again, it's all about how you use it. Quick, okay, responses in emails or instant messages work, but be careful about overusing it in formal business conversations or emails to upper management. It's always better to use more phrases in those settings. Like instead of just, okay, got it, you could say, okay, I understand, and we'll take care of this. Does that make sense?
My next question is, can okay be used in email?
Yes, absolutely. It works perfectly fine in emails, especially quick internal communications or quick back and forth exchanges with people you know. Just like in business contexts, we talked about avoid overusing it in formal emails to people you don't know very well, and definitely watch your tone when using it with senior colleagues. But for quick confirmations or acknowledging receipt of something, okay is totally professional.
My next question is, can okay hurt feeling?
I'm not sure I understood what you meant by a hard feeling. Did you mean like, can you experience difficult emotions or something
Can
else?
okay hurt feelings?
Oh, I see. Hurt feelings. Yeah, people can absolutely have hurt feelings. Everyone does. That's what happens when something someone says or does makes you feel sad, upset, or rejected. It's a totally normal part of being human, even though it doesn't feel good when it happens. Have you been feeling that way lately, or were you just curious about it in general?
My next question is, what does okay come mean?
Oh, I think you meant what does okay come from? As we talked about earlier, okay started as a quirky spelling mistake, all correct, for all correct, back in the 1830s. Then it became part of a political slogan, then just spread like wildfire from there. Pretty wild how a typo became one of the most used words on the planet today, huh?
What does okay bye mean?
Oh, okay by me is like a casual way of saying you're cool with something or that it works for you. Like, can we meet at noon? Okay by me. It means you agree to the plan without any objections. Super common, really laid back way to give approval. Does that make sense?
My next question is, what does are you okay
Looks like,
mean?
oh, okay. So, are you okay means, are you all right? Or are you feeling well? It's just checking in to see if someone's happy, healthy, or not upset about something. If someone asks you, are you okay? They're probably noticing that something seems off and want to make sure you're doing all right. Simple as that.
My next question is, how do you answer I am okay?
You can answer, I'm okay pretty simply. You could just say, yes, I'm okay. Or, I'm good. Thanks for asking. Or if you're really okay, you could add a little more. Like, yeah, I'm feeling much better now. Or I'm fine, just a little tired. The main thing is to just let them know that you're doing all right. It's a quick, polite way to respond.
My next question is, can okay be slang?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, can totally be slang depending on how it's used. Like if someone says, okay, bet, that's a slangy way of saying they agree to do something or they're in. It's also often used ironically or sarcastically. Like if someone says something kind of ridiculous, you might just say, okay, to show you think it's silly. Surprisingly versatile for such a simple word, huh?
My next question is okay older than yes?
That's a really interesting question. Actually, yes is way older than okay. Yes has roots going way back in Old English, so it's been around for centuries. Hey didn't really start becoming popular until the 1800s, like we talked about. So yeah, yes is definitely the older word. What made you curious about that?
My next question is, why do all languages know okay?
Let me see what I can find out. That's a pretty fascinating question. It turns out most languages don't have the exact word okay, but they all have ways to say yes, agree, or that something's all right. Over time, lots of languages have actually just adopted okay as a loan word, sometimes spelled a little differently, like oh, here, okay. But they already had their own words for these concepts anyway. It's kind of cool how that one word spread around the world through different languages, isn't it?
Can smile mean okay?
I'm not quite sure I understood that last one. Can you say that again? Sounds like you started with.
Can smile mean okay?
Ah, I think you meant, can a smile mean okay? And yes, absolutely. A smile can definitely mean okay in a lot of situations. It's like a nonverbal way of saying, I understand, I agree, or I'm good with that. That's part of why nonverbal cues are so important when people are checking in with each other. How do you feel about using smiles like that in conversation?
My next question is, can silence mean okay?
I think I caught some of that. You said your name is something like Cushy and you're being silent?
Can silence
I didn't quite.
mean okay?
That's an interesting question. Sometimes silence can totally mean okay, especially if someone asks you something simple like, "Can I sit here?" And you just nod. It can also mean, "I hear you," or "I understand," without having to say anything out loud. But it depends on the situation. Sometimes silence can be awkward, other times it can be warm and reassuring. Does silence usually mean okay to you?
Can okay be called?
I hear you asking about avoiding getting sick. Fortunately, I can't really help with that one. I don't have any tips for staying healthy or advice about colds. But I hope you stay healthy and feel good. You doing okay right now?
Is okay easy to learn?
I'm not quite sure what you're saying is easy to learn. Are you talking about all this stuff about
Is
okay and
okay easy to learn?
agreed? Oh, you mean all of the stuff we've been talking about? Yeah, you've picked it up really fast. You've been asking super thoughtful questions about
Is okay
and
is okay
I think
easy to learn?
absolutely. It's like pretty simple once you break it down, right? You've been going through all these different ways to use it, and you've got the hang of it fast. Is there anything else about okay you want to know? And
My next question is okay used worldwide?
let me quickly check that. Actually, yeah, pretty much. Okay, or okay is one of the most universally understood words in the world. Crazy to think one little word has traveled pretty much everywhere and means the same thing across so many languages and cultures. Pretty remarkable, right?
My next question is what is the opposite of okay?
That's a good question. The opposite of okay could be a few things depending on how you're using it. If it's like everything's okay, or if you says something's wrong, then you could say something like not okay, bad, or wrong. If it's as simple as yes, no agreement, opposite would be no, never, or definitely not. There can be tons of little ways to express an alternative meaning depending on context. Does that help?
My next question is can okay mean accepted?
Yes, exactly. Okay, absolutely can mean accepted. If someone says, "Can I borrow your pen?" and you say, "Okay," that means you're accepting their request and giving them permission to borrow it. It's like a quick way of saying, yes, accepted without getting into a whole sentence.
What does okay bye mean?
Oh, wait, we actually covered that one earlier. Okay, by me is like a casual way of saying you're cool with something or that it works for you. It's like saying, yes, I agree to that. So if someone asks, can we watch a movie tonight? And you say, okay, by me, that means you're totally up for it. And does that find you?
My next question is can okay be used in calls?
Yes, absolutely. Okay is super common on phone calls. Just like texting or chatting is the fast way to show you're listening, understand, or agree with what someone's saying. Lots of calls get, okay, I hear you. Just a quick okay back and forth between people, right?
My last question is can okay be used in meetings?
Yep. Okay. Definitely has a place in meetings. People say, okay, to show they understand, agree with the point, or when someone's wrapping up a thought. It's usually fine as long as you're not overdoing it. You want to sound engaged, not just like you're checking boxes. So a quick okay, got it is good, but full sentences are better when leading or timing in. Does that make sense?
Viewers, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Allah Hafiz.